fumbled a three-way, a threesome, whatever you want to call
Threesome.
it. A tray-way.
Treyway. I feel like there's a menage a trois.
Three-screw, I've heard.
A three-screw? You've heard that? I had a three-screw last night.
They call it a three-screw.
Mike ain't gonna believe it. Me and Trisha and Matricia had a...
I had a three-screw down there in Arkansas one time.
Down there under the bridge.
Come on now. Texarkana. Never forget that. But I was hooking up with a girl in, this is in my Phoenix days coming up in the comedy scene. I was hot to trot.
Oh, yeah. Real commodity.
No, but so there was this girl that I consistently was hooking up with. We weren't like dating really, but it was
men can't commit.
It was
shocking.
I was so non-committal coming up in comedy. I also think that was like the reason I got really good at it. I think that people early on should not be in too committed of a relationship.
It's hard to chase a dream like comedy and be
yes.
A relationship it's a reason it's called a commitment. Like you have to do shit.
Yes.
You have to keep it going.
I was married to the game, dog.
Yeah. Also, he's like, I'm gonna get so much pussy. You slayed one open mic at Stand Up Live, and you're like, the world is my oyster.
Oh, I remember I got a girl on her birthday, gave me a blower in the under Stand Up Live in the parking lot, and then I dropped her back off to her friends. Sweet girl. But
fuck you. Yeah. Okay, wait. I need. This
I crushed that open mic though. But
dude, my closer. Okay.
Yeah, right. So me and this girl have been hooking up consistently, and she was. I forget how we even linked up that night, but we were out. She was at a bar, and I went and linked up with her, hoping like, oh, whatever. Let's see what the night brings. And she's out with her friend, and her friend they were pretty fucked up, and and so. But she had always been kind of, she definitely like had hooked up with women before. Yeah. I knew that about her, but I don't know. I never assume anything's happening. And her other friend is out, and she worked at a strip club, and so I think this was a stripper
just a
friend.
Server.
Yeah, she was actually just a server. I got eyes on one.
Dude, that's door guys at strip clubs. Okay, yeah. They're just waiting for the call up.
100%. She was ready too, but and then so her stripper friend is there, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting, whatever. And they're making out, but I'm also like, they're making out so much actually at the thing where I was like, yo, this is actually, I don't think I have an angle here. I'm gonna just dip. Yeah, I did. I felt like that. I was like, I'm gonna just dip. And then I was like, I was chilling, and I was kind of mentally like ready to like, either I'm leaving or this like turns into something. And she leans over to me and she's like, yo, can we go back to your place? And I was like, 100%. I will wait. Yeah. And I get the Uber. The Uber comes, and this is probably when I fucked up. My first bad move was we get the Uber, and sometimes I'm so chivalrous. I went front seat. I was like, you guys ride in the back, give you more room, whatever. What I should have done was sit in the middle,
back, in between them, like a kingpin.
100%. Didn't read the situation, fumbled that like. First formidable
You just stared out the window?
No. Oh, okay. So then we're sitting in the front seat. Me and this Uber driver are driving. He's driving, right? And I'm looking in the back, and they're just going at it now. And I was like, oh, this is exciting. Got an 8-minute commute down Scottsdale Road. And they're like at one point, they're making out, and she's taking her top off. And she's like bending her body up towards the front. So then I'm kind of like, oh, this is fun. These are breasts. And
was just jerking off.
Oh, and he and then, like, it was disruptive at this point. First of all, I'm like, I'm having fun in the driver's seat. I'm turning back, trying to engage as much as I can, but you really aren't at a great angle there. And
just grabbing around in the back, also, like you're looking for your purse while driving.
Yeah, I think I dropped my cell phone.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is crazy. But also in my mind, I'm like, all right, I got to be ready to do some stuff when I get back home.
You're getting ready to hop out of the car.
Yeah, and then I remember turning to the driver, and because we're almost back home, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, this is fucking shit. He looked at me, and he was like, do not be sorry. Like, this is the last thing you should be sorry about. This is the coolest thing I had ever experienced in my life. And
I will think about this for years.
Oh, he was so appreciative of that night. Heavyset dude. He looked like he was like the that wrestler in Billy Madison that was obsessed with Adam Sandler. Oh yeah, the principal.
Yeah.
Big energy like that.
Oh my god, that's so good funny.
Bam Bam Bigelow type. But and he was like, dude, you got nothing to be sorry about. This is really neat. And so yeah, then I'm like, all right, well, when we get back, I'm like, we gotta figure this shit out. and we do get back, and they're still like, we get back. I'm trying to like, I don't know, they need a drink, whatever. I'm trying to be
A facility.
very, yes, in a way where this was like 2019.
Oh,
And I
this is
bring
not
this
that
up-
long ago. I thought you were gonna say like 2009.
No, I should have had better game at this point. Yeah, this was like 7-8 years ago, but I say that to say that it was heavy Me Too movement stuff. And
so
so
you're
I was
I'm
like,
walking a line
I was
here.
like, I need consent from both parties because I already know that like this chick is
into
into me, but also at this point she's more into this girl, and they're having a blast.
Now I'm just a weird guy staring at him.
And yes, and so then I'm like trying to play like what's it called? Not is it hopscotch? Like I'm trying to like jump in.
Yeah,
like,
you're double dutch.
Yeah, double dutch. And I'm like, is it my? But it and and then because then I'm like okay with making out with her, but then I tried to make out with the other girl one time, and it was like not the vibe where I was like, all right.
She's like,
yeah, it wasn't like I don't think. And
she didn't say no. You could just feel she wasn't into it.
I think, and maybe I was overthinking it again.
She pats you on the head.
Again, yes, 100%. I think the Me Too movement fumbled the whole thing because then there was the
You're blaming the movement.
the Me Too movement. Well, because they were like Me Too, I was like Me Too, no. Hashtag Me Too, not me.
Yeah.
But
Fuck me too.
Yeah,
no, I'm out.
No. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. And so, because there was a window of time I could have gotten in, and then it kind of like settled down in a way where they were just kind of, we were all just chilling, and it didn't pass that physical threshold of comfort where it actually regressed back to like
just hanging out.
Yes, and because because what I realized was, and in hindsight, I might have actually dodged a bullet. I always say that the Me Too thing fucked up the threesome, but the fact of the matter was the other girl was super fucked up. I didn't clock that at any point.
Yeah.
But she had taken like Molly or
Oh,
something.
so she was like fucked
and she
up.
was actually really fucked up. That's because when we got past the threshold of it was awkward, I think what really happened was she was so fucked up that she was probably like, who is this guy and where are we type?
And you were like, oh, whoa.
And then I was like, oh, this is probably the vibe.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not into that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want you to come to and be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who are you? Having sex with me?
100%.
What a nightmare.
So in hindsight, I do think I potentially dodged a bullet because then as the night goes on, then I realize, because you got to think, I showed up to the bar, she's making out with this other chick. I don't build any rapport with this girl. I really like.
You're just kind of standing.
I'm like, hey, I'm Mike. Like, yeah, we probably had.
You're Mike. You're just got.
Yeah.
Her story is, I was gonna fuck this girl, but there's this guy just hanging around,
just breathing real heavy. Hi, I'm Mike. I put out.